And my brother is very supportive, and he's like, "Oh, just you go for it, man. Just
it's your career. Enjoy it."
I know.
Yeah.
My mom's still trying. Finally, now she's trying to come around to the fact that she's trying to accept all this, and she's like, "Oh my God, okay." And I mean, I remember once the national newspaper in Sri Lanka, Lakbima News, wrote this really over sensationalized piece about me. And she didn't come out of the home for weeks because she was so angry that people were talking about it. But
so you've got this very strong mother figure, haven't you?
Yes.
Who's sort of trying to keep an eye on your career.
She's a typical dramatic, over-dramatic, melodramatic Asian mom. So she's. It's really funny because all my friends like her and all my cousins like her as well. And she's finally now she says to me, I think she's like given up on trying to put me in a box or trying to control me. She's like, well, do whatever you want. But she is kind of happy because she did phone me when she heard about the Fashion's Finest Awards. And she was like, oh my God, you won the awards. I can't believe it.
Tell me about that. Tell me about that. What it meant to you.
Oh, it was, to be honest, I actually said this on stage. It was like being on a drug when the applause went off. Because first they called the nominees on stage. People were speaking. And, people generally speak in a certain way because people are trained to speak in a certain way. I obviously have a very kind of flirtatious, funny way of speaking, and sometimes I tend to like kind of swear, sometimes.
Not now.
Not now,
Thank
obviously.
you.
Yeah, not during daytime.
After 9 o'clock.
Dark.
Yeah, after midnight.
Yeah. For the 10 o'clock crowd. So I'm there on stage, and my publicist, Philip Asheville, was like, oh, get on stage, it's you. And I go, it's my four-lettering name.
Yeah.
And then I go upstairs and I go onto stage and I start talking. People just start. I love the fact that the moment I get up on stage, people actually start laughing before I even speak. And then I spoke and I thanked everyone. It was like a drug. And also it's great because that door has now been opened, because now,
You're in there essentially now, aren't you? You've won this. You're in there.
Yeah, and now we're getting invited to, parties, celebrity parties. We've got a celebrity agency here that wants to represent me. We've got interest from New York, the No Hate campaign in Los Angeles. It's a celebrity-led campaign, and they picked me to represent London for the campaign.
It's really moved on. But how many, Emmanuel, you are there, a South Asian figure, you've achieved, but how many other individuals are there who've made it through that door?
There are a few, obviously, because if you look at, I've seen very, very few South Asian figures. I have seen a lot of East Asians, a few East Asians. I've seen a few Afro-Caribbean people, one or two Middle Eastern people. But the No Hate campaign in Los Angeles, it's a celebrity-led campaign, and they picked me to represent London for the campaign.
It's really moved on. But how many, Emmanuel, you are there, a South Asian figure, you've achieved, but how many other individuals are there who've made it through that door?
There are a few, obviously, because if you look at, I've seen very, very few South Asian figures. I have seen a lot of East Asians, a few East Asians. I've seen a few Afro-Caribbean people, one or two Middle Eastern people. But oddly,
not enough.
Apart from, if you take designers who have made it here in the UK scene, apart from people like Manish Arora, I was trying yesterday with my publicist Philip Asheville. We were having this huge chat, and we were trying to come up with names. Come on, there should be some Asian presenters. We couldn't find anyone. And I thought, this is really crazy. Same with as I said, in the fashion industry. The thing is, I always talk about issues that people push under the carpet.
Right.
For example, in the fashion business, which is a business literally run by gay men and women, there's a lot of institutionalized prejudice against gay people.
Right.
None of the world's major fashion houses pick openly gay entertainers, actors, sportsmen, or model to head their campaigns. It's like when you come out as openly gay as a Hollywood actor or Bollywood actor, you tend to lose out a lot. If you're a sportsman, you don't get any of the big brands behind you. If you're an actor or any public figure, if you're openly gay, none of the fashion houses want to dress you. So, today I'm wearing Anthony Morato, an Italian designer brand, which my publicist sews for us. Now, they are one of the few brands that are supporting diversity. And they're taking that, I said, take this progressive step with me towards supporting diversity and dressing a variety of public figures from different ethnicities and different, sexual orientation. And I'm the only openly gay entertainer or public figure they have actually dressed so far.
So it's a huge, what you're saying, there's a huge amount of prejudice. It's your sexuality as well as your ethnicity.
Yes, double minority, So, obviously it makes me angry. There are times when I actually feel like, going and punching each and every one on the face.
But you feel very strongly
very
about
angry,
this, don't you?
yes. And same with, I mean, in the Asian fashion scene, it's even worse. I mean, this is really shocking. Brit Asian magazine recently, told us that if they were to write a feature on me, they'd have to charge us. I said, why would you want to charge me?
I'll tell you what. We won't go into that. We won't go into the details.
Oh, you don't want to piss Brit Asian off?
I'll tell you what it is. If I had, I'm sure they have a very sort of strong. I'm sure they have a very sort of strong view about this.
Yes,
but if I had a statement from them, what I'd do is, Emmanuel, I'd put their statement to you, and then we could converse about it. But I'm sure I'll tell you what. On another occasion, I promise you, what we'll do is that we're going to talk about that issue as well. But just tell me now, how much more can you achieve? Where do you want to go in your career?
God, I mean. Well, obviously, I want to continue my human rights work and peace campaign, because I'm part of the Ministry for Peace campaign in the House of Commons, and I also was part of the all-out campaign to successfully, get the Ugandan government to take the Kill the Gays bill off the table.
Right.
So there's other stuff coming up, and also I want to be like an ambassador of peace. Hopefully, join a big charity, and also I like speaking out for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered people. I would love to.
You've got a big agenda, haven't you?
Yes.
Because you've got to deal with the sexuality issue. You've got to talk about the ethnicity issue, and you're talking about the big fashion industry out there.
Yeah, exactly. Because again,
you sure you're not putting people off? South Asian people out there are probably going to be thinking, "My God, all right, Emmanuel has made it. He's worked really hard. He's come from a deprived background. It's been a massive struggle for him. What hope do they have at home?"
Well, I mean, I started with nothing. I mean, if I could make it, if a boy who grew up in the outskirts of Colombo with no running water or electricity can be named London's most, fabulous new socialite and fashionista, and if I could do that, anybody could do anything. I mean, you just have to put your mind to it. And I failed several times, more times than I could count. There were so many times when I wanted to quit, thinking it's not going to work. But there's this little glimmer of hope I had, Mainly my father was the reason behind it. I just had this glimmer of hope. And also my ex-lover, Marcel, who gave me hope and managed to help me turn my life around. My first agent, Philippe Ashfield, my publicist. I mean, not just them, but there's also the audience, the fans, every journalist who's written about me. Several people have been part of this success.
Right. And it is success, isn't it? So, yes. Emmanuel, your message
You have
now.
to collaborate with people, you have to help each other, and you have to use that to get ahead.
You will be a success in the big fashion industry.
Of course I want to. There's so much I have to do.
You've got a lot to do. Listen, Emmanuel Ray, thank you very, very much indeed. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine.
And thank you very much
to have
indeed.
been able to finally address this amazing Asian audience.
Okay, you know what it is? I've got the production girls in the other studio, and you know what they always do? They think I'm their uncle. They're like 25, 26, and I've got a little message on my screen saying, "Oh, ask Emmanuel what he thinks about Naresh Puri's fashion sense." So I'm going to stand up, guys. You won't hear me on the mic. So here I am. A smart, all right, it's presenter,
it's smart and it's classic. I mean, you're wearing a beautiful blue shirt, with white pinstripes.
It's not Primark. It's real sort of a high. It's real sort of like, it's probably about 80 quid? It's nothing like Primark. We all love Primark.
I like the belt, and the trousers are tailored, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, they're tailored by an Indian tailor in Southall.
They look good. And the shoes? Show me the shoes.
Oh, they're a little bit cheap, but, yeah.
Oh, no, they're polished shoes.
Yeah, not plastic, real leather.
Yeah, polished shoes, nice belt, nice trousers, nice shirt.
And lean, and I'm lean.
Yes, you're fit.
I'm not overweight, I'm fit.
Fit, yeah.
There we go, girls in the other studio, I'm fit. Thank you.
At least, are you wearing shapewear or something? No. No, I like the fact that you're wearing your wedding ring.
Yeah, exactly.
Proudly.
Yeah.
That's nice.
2 of them. I've worn that for
2 wedding rings.
Yeah, 18 years. Not 2 wives, 1 wife, 18 years. And it's coming to our wedding anniversary as well. So listen, Emmanuel Ray, an absolute pleasure. Thank you very,
have
very
a
much.
good day, audience, and follow me on Twitter at Emmanuel Ray. I opened that today.
We certainly will. Time for a track. Thank you.
Bye-bye.